If you would like to get your song reviewed, dear listener, there's the filthy capitalist option, as Sori says. 125 gets you straight to the head of the line. You don't have to be a part of the alliance. You don't have to be part of the group.
Wait a minute.
And the biggest thing is you don't have to wait. You hop, skip, and jump right in front of everybody. 125 gets you there. You do that 3 times, and you get mashed down to the $75 rate for perpetuity.
Yes!
Also, there is a band review option. So if you've got a band and you're trying to get your band some exposure, hit me up at insori@gmail.com, and I'll show you the details about how to pull that off.
You can also jump on Patreon, and there is a option on the tiers to be able to get your band reviewed. Yep. Obviously, we can't lie to you, so we can't guarantee a positive review. Get what you get.
It's just rubbish.
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 That's British for garbage.
My favorite is the community option. $1 at the gate gets you in at Patreon. You get to join an alliance. The alliance joins their points together, and that helps determine what songs that we do.
The alliances hang out on Discord.
Message me on Patreon to get the link.
And they do all kinds of other cool things. They do Minecraft, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. It's really a community within the community. Anybody can go on the village, facebook.com/VillageXchange. There's 160,000+ people on the channel. What's cool about the Discord is that it offers a real opportunity for community connection, friendship, that type of thing.
And it's on Discord, so if you're not a Facebook person, it's for you.
You start off at $1.
Right.
Plus you get exclusives. Sori and I are working on a song. So the first 15 seconds of that was on Patreon. Also, at $15 here and above, when we actually debut the video, they're going to be there live with us. There you are, dear listener.
Buy our merch.
Buy our merch indeed at Challenge.
Going on then. Stop that madness. Okay, here we are. Foreigner Jukebox here. Literally, this entire time until seeing that, I thought it was Jukebox.
Jukebox?
No, not Jew. Not Jukebox. Jute.
With a T?
Yes, a jukebox. Jukebox.
In your life. That's what you called it.
Yeah, it was a jukebox.
We had a friend, a mutual person that we know, that would call it eavesdropping instead of eavesdropping. And this person said it for years, so finally I just lost it. I said, that's not it! It's called eavesdropping, not eavesdropping! And she's like, well, that doesn't make any sense. Eavesdropping? Like, isn't eardropping better? Like, you're dropping your ear to hear somebody else's, conversation?
No.
Actually, eavesdropping, how do you get...
The eaves is the roof, the edge of the roof, the eaves. So eavesdropping is you're standing in that listening inside their house. Eavesdropping, by the window, listening under there, eavesdropping.
Where does the dropping part come from?
I think it's like, when you drop in on something, you're eavesdropping, you're listening, listening
so
to what
eaves
they're
are
putting.
What now?
I heard it was that the edge of the roof is called the eaves, and so you're underneath
so you're basically standing outside their house, listening to what they're saying behind closed doors. Okay.
Yeah, eavesdropping.
Okay. Well, I wish I'd have had that context.
But you know what I mean? I was calling it a jukebox, so maybe I'm wrong.
It's not eavesdropping, you weirdo.
It is true.
And she just looked at me and said, yeah, eavesdropping is better. I was like, all right, whatever.
It is true, though. Ben will have, you'll be saying a word wrong for years, and he'll just endure it. But then all of a sudden, he hits a snapping point, and I don't know what does it.
I just can't.
But all of a sudden, he'll be like, what was the one that I kept saying? Was it,
exacerbate.
That's what it is. That's the one.
You'd say exacerbate or something
exacerbate.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, that's.
Don't even say what you said to me. Anyway.
Great.
Foreigner.
You're a great homeschool commercial, I'll tell you.
Jukebox Hero.
Not Jute.
Not Jute. Not Jew.
Jukebox Hero. Let's do it.
All right, wait a minute. Let's hear what the DJ has to say. All DJ. Right. Oh, let me get that timestamp, actually, now that we've done so much fooling around.
3:03.
3:03.
Yeah.
I got it. Okay. DJ Nick, or Director Nick, says Jukebox Hero is the third single from Foreigner's fourth album, Foreigner 4.
What?
What a regular... What? No creativity. The name of their fourth album is called Foreigner 4.
What did you call your... Band. What did you call your fourth album?
know, man.
There's a rumor going around that we've got songs and shit. I don't know. Continue.
Okay. Foreigner 4 is the 4th album. It charted at number 3 on the mainstream rock chart, with the album reached number 1 and held the position for a total of 10 weeks, while also selling over 6 million copies. Well, I guess who cares about the name when you can sell like that? Jukebox Hero is known as a stadium anthem driven by singer Lou Gamm's gritty and powerful vocals combined with a huge sing-along chorus. Lyrically, the song is based on a true event. The band was running late for a show due to bad weather, and when they arrived, they saw a fan who had been standing in the pouring rain for hours outside the arena, listening to the opening act with his ear pressed against the wall of the arena. The band were impressed with his dedication, so they brought him inside and gave him a front row spot for the show and took him backstage to hang out with them afterwards. Oh, that's cool. I love it when... This is what I'm talking about. That was everybody's NPC, that guy standing there with his ear to the thing, and then they saw him, and they... I love that.
Yeah, it was one of the best experiences in my life. We did the same thing with Slipknot, and then we met them backstage, and they gave us so much, like that pick I used to play with. I played that thing until I broke it. And then Jim went and got us a vinyl. We didn't even ask for it. He said, "Hey, this is my last one. It's all I got for you guys." I'm like, "What?" He signed it and everything. Like Iowa. It was the Iowa vinyl. That shit would probably be worth $70K in about 10 years, honestly. Threw it all away. All right. Here we go. Jukebox Hero by the band.
Did you put up the picture for folks to see? Huh?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Well, hold on.
Great work.
I did not think that...
Scroll up.
Where'd he
right
go?
There.
Yeah. This one is okay. This one looks a little bit respectable, right? Nobody has lipstick and shit, but you got a 6-member band. All right, guys, let's go.
I remember those hairstyles.
Let's do it.
Pretty sure my aunt had that hairstyle.
Foreigner. Jukebox Hero. Let's do it.
Skate rink.
That bass line is hard, though, bro. That bass line is hard.
Standing in the rain.
Oh.
With his head hung low. Couldn't get a ticket. It was a sold out show.
They wrote a whole song for him, right?
The crowd. He could picture the scene. Put his ear to the wall. And like a distant scream, he heard one guitar.
Hey! Hey!
You gotta keep it rocking. You just can't stop. Gotta keep on rocking. Let more him come to stay on top. To be a jukebox hero. He's a jukebox hero. And just one guitar to put stars in his eyes. Now he's just a jukebox hero.
Ooh. That was
Jukebox Hero.
foreigner Juke, not Jew, not Jute.
But Juke.
Box Hero.
Jukebox. Okay. I actually thought that, now that I know it's a jukebox, jukeboxes were so, like, that was like magic to me.
Really?
Yeah, because we would go, there were the big giant one in this place. So my dad liked this pizza joint that was close to our church. And once, you know, we'd go there after church and stuff sometimes. And it was really fun because, first of all, I love going out to eat. Like, eating in a restaurant is super fun for me, especially when I was a kid. So we'd show up to the restaurant, we'd order the pizza, my dad would get chips and Diet Pepsi. So Diet Pepsi is, like, always in the backdrop for me. Like, if I want to be nostalgic, I'll be like, give me a diet.
Oh, that's what's going on.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
sure,
it was,
sure.
and everybody was always, like, in a really good mood. So unfortunately, like, church sometimes makes people, like, grouchy when they leave. I don't know what it is. Like, maybe the sermon is too long or something. I'm not sure. But when we were going to the pizza place after, everybody's in a good, like, really good spirits. And we knew we didn't have to clean up after. So that was always cool. So we'd show up to this place. And we would, there was a big jukebox that was in there. Juke. I just said jukebox. There was a big jukebox in there. Huge. Like, one that stood on the ground. And, like, when I remember, like, if my parents would go to use the bathroom, we'd be waiting outside because it was like a single stall thing.
Book me
And
on
you'd
Sunday,
flick that
Tina.
button. Yeah, 3 p.m.
3 p.m.
You'd flick that button, and it would just start flapping through all of these, like, records. Eventually, we were told we couldn't do it because I guess some of the, you know, like, think about it. Some of the album covers can be a little risque, I guess. But when we'd be sitting at the table, my dad would buy the bag of chips. He'd cut open the whole bag so we could all, like, munch on it while we were waiting for it. And then you'd see, like, somebody saunter over the jukebox. I was like, yes, what's gonna happen? And I'd, like, see my parents, like, kind of, like, sometimes they, like, kind of glance at each other. I think that they were glancing at each other. Maybe they weren't. But I think they were like, what's gonna come out of that thing? And then a song would start, and probably some of the songs that I'm like, I don't know where I know that from, probably came from that from that little time slot there.
Without doubt. Without
Yep.
doubt.
You were always hoping the boy you crushed was going to show up with his family.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Oh man.
It really is a crazy experience though. Like, I saw, like, the last 15 seconds of Got the Life.
Yeah.
And if I did not see that, we wouldn't be here right now. Like, it's so crazy to me.
Oh man, right. That's so true.
It really just
right.
Just sent me on a crazy trajectory.
Yeah.
But that was just the power of the music. It's interesting. He's talking about the guitar slung low. That it's interesting now because now you've got bands like Diablo Viscaris where the lead guitarist actually plays his guitar really high because he's doing a lot of complex shit.
Mm-hmm.
that low, especially Korn, if you're doing a bunch of low end stuff, you can have the guitar down past your knee. It doesn't matter. But when you're trying to do all the intricate shit that those guys are doing, like, yeah, homeboys walk. Same thing with the Polyphia kid. Like, it's, but like, it works for those guys because they're doing such crazy stuff with the instrument. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But like, that must have been a crazy moment for that kid, man, to get discovered and then to have them do a song like this, and the song is a really good song.
Oh my gosh.
Shout out to all our Twitter people.
Yeah,
by the
you
way.
get brought in. You think you're only going to be able to hear just like on the side, and then you get brought into this event, and then from there they make a song about you. They bring him in the back, they do all that stuff with him, and they make a song about him.
Yeah.
I wonder if that part was true, that he went and got a guitar the next day at a secondhand
Well,
shop.
I'm sure like they had a conversation. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, yo, why are you so committed to this band? Blah, blah, blah. He's like, yeah, I want to, you know, get a guitar. Like, there is something really cool about that instrument, man. Especially if, like, you got that instrument because you listen to your favorite band or whatever. There's something crazy about getting that instrument and being able to play the songs that you love.
Yeah.
Like, it's a really, really crazy experience. I remember when I first got my guitar, and I had no guitar or anything. Didn't even know what the chords were. And big homie Ralph showed me how to play Blind, and I was like, what? So yeah, that was the first thing I ever played over there. It was pretty crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, the story is fun. I can't believe they made a whole song for this one fan. That's crazy.
It must have really impacted them.
Yeah.
Because when you write music, like, you don't really feel like, I mean, like, sometimes, you know, I'd give a message or something like that, and I'm like, that shit's trash. And then everybody's like, oh my God, you changed my life.
Yeah.
You know, like,
reading my mail.
Yeah. Just one of those situations where something like that happens. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, when you think about, like, all the different bands that we've listened to and the different songs, and, like, a lot of them, you know, putting it out there that basically they feel like people are feeding off them, or people are expecting them to be, and not like accepting them for, like, this is what they do. This is them expressing themselves. Instead, people want them to express certain ways. So really what they're looking for is they want the band to express them.
right.
So they want something that's going to, you know, vibe with them. Well, you know what? Get an instrument yourself and figure out your own music. But probably, like, when you have fans like that are so demanding, like, and if people have listened to you for a long time, like, there's certain expectations. Like, it's terrible, but, like, sometimes, like, when Christians will email us, as soon as they say that they're a Christian, because they're a Christian and we're Christians, they expect that we're going to just do stuff for them. And I think that's crazy. And I think that it could be the same thing for other band members. Like, they're doing their stuff and they're like, I've been a fan of you for so long, blah, blah, blah. You know, like, you should do this. But here's this person that's not expecting anything. He's not trying to, you know, like, he can't get into the show. Maybe he can't afford it, whatever. But he's so dedicated that he's willing to just put his ear to it and listen. And that's good enough for him, because he loves what you're doing so much.
Crazy.
And so to see that level of, like, gratefulness or dedication has got to be something that's like, wow, okay, like, this is what we're doing it for. You know what I mean? Like, somebody that can appreciate what we're putting out here to this degree that they're willing to put out. Like, that's a lot of intentionality to be out there in that situation when you're not going to get a full, like, you know, show.
I like the way that the 80s does melody. Because it's almost like communal. Because it was almost like a call and response.
Yeah.
In the song. Like,
yeah.
Something, he's got stars in his eyes. Where is that
right
part?
Here. Jukebox Hero, stars in his
Yeah,
eyes. He'll
so,
come
Jukebox Hero. And then but it's like a corporate singing. So it's like a melody that everybody in the crowd could just sing along to, because it's almost a call and response. And it's funny because I saw everybody putting stars in his eyes on the comments. I'm like, what are they talking about? Even before the song played.
Oh man, I wish I would have seen that.
So, like, everybody knows to say stars in his eyes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And because that guy is a singer and his mic is turned up more than everybody, you really feel like you're hitting that note. And everybody's doing it, like, at the same time. It's a crazy experience. For us, when we came up, it was just the little phrases that you would say before the breakdown happened and everybody went crazy. You know, like, because, you know, Korn perfected that. The little down tune in the middle. You turn off the drums. You just leave the bass. Then you reintroduce the guitars, then you reintroduce the drums again. It's the exact same way that you started the song. Like Korn, they were brilliant that way. But yeah, it's always that one little phrase, you know. One of my favorite Hatebreed songs, like right before the breakdown, it's "Your door awaits you," you know. But like with the '80s, it's like, yeah, we're gonna communally sing the chorus together, and I love that. That's also something I'm going to steal. We're gonna
yeah, I agree.
You know, because if you do that, then you know everybody participates in it even more. This was a song of the night for me. This is a 9.9. I really like the song. I loved the call and response chorus. I love that. I love that.
9.5 for me.
That needs to come back. 9.5 for Soraya. Okay, this one is a 9.9 for me. Dear listener.
Jukebox Hero.
Well, we have come to the end, my friends.
That's it.
No more songs.
Look. The band is coming back.
The band is coming back to the stage. Will there be an encore after this? Who knows? I can't tell the future of it out.
Sori out.
Gone.